Hey, welcome back to Politically Animated, where we turn headlines into hilarity. I'm your host, Lenka, and today we've got a story spicier than a ghost pepper taco. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, yep, AOC, might be facing charges after hiring an illegal immigrant on her staff. Let's break this down with some laughs, shall we? So, AOC hires this guy, pays him 80 grand a year. Pretty sweet gig, right? But here's the kicker. He's undocumented. I mean, I've heard of hiring local talent, but this is taking community outreach to a whole new level. She's basically running a one-woman sanctuary city out of her office. Now, the guy's name is Diego. I'm not making that up. And he was her deputy communications director. Imagine the staff meeting. Diego, can you draft a press release on immigration reform? Sure, boss, but can we make it quick? ICE just RSVP'd to my lunch break. Catholic.
Let's jump to the story from the Post-Millennial. AOC aide in the U.S. illegally self-deports to Colombia. Say, what?
Victory.
She employed an illegal immigrant? That's a crime, isn't it?
That is
I feel
crime.
like...
Well, hold on. I got to get the context here. What's going on? An aide to AOC self-deported after being in the U.S. illegally. Diego de la Vega said he has freedom of movement in Colombia now after he overstayed his visa in the U.S. Okay, so overstayed visa. Did she hire him when he was allowed to work here? What's going on? They say, according to the Washington Free Beacon, he left the U.S. in December after he overstayed his visa that he received when he was 7 years old. On Wednesday, AOC praised De La Vega, saying that we love him. The aide's self-deportation came shortly after Trump was elected in November, and since becoming president, he has pushed for a mass deportation effort, starting with those here illegally that are also committing other crimes. De La Vega relocated to Bogota to be with his wife, who was another illegal immigrant to the U.S. In an interview with Migrant Insider, the aide said that he was illegalized in the U.S. and that he would have the freedom of movement in Colombia. What? It's not clear how De La Vega was able to be employed by the lawmaker, although he was barred from working in Congress because of his legal status. So, is AOC just outright committing crimes here?
What does illegalized mean?
That's a made-up term.
It's like self-deport.
Here's where it gets wild. He self-deports to Colombia before anyone can catch him. That's right, folks. He pulled the ultimate peace out move. Punchline? AOC's staff turnover is so fast. She's basically running a revolving door to Bogota. Now AOC's out here saying, Diego is amazing. We love him. Yeah, I bet you do. He's the only staffer who didn't need a green card to greenlight your tweets. But here's the legal tea. Hiring an undocumented worker could mean fines. $3,200 to $16,000, maybe more. AOC's budget just went from Medicare for all to pay the feds for all. And get this, some folks on X are saying she's dodging an investigation. I mean, if AOC can dodge ICE and the DOJ, she's not just a congresswoman, she's the Houdini of Capitol Hill. Watch me escape these charges in 3, 2, oops, where'd Diego go?
AOC's employing criminal aliens. Here we go. Former top aide to AOC, somebody who was working for AOC just last month, ladies and gentlemen, has self-deported home to Colombia. Oh yeah, this is a wild one. So AOC had a criminal alien working for her. The illegal alien, who was a top staffer. By the way, let me tell you, like one of the top positions you can have on Capitol Hill is a director of communications. These are really important, especially if you're a member of Congress, is a fast mover. If your member of Congress has millions of followers, like AOC does, ALX, Danny, am I wrong? Is AOC the most followed Democrat on all Capitol Hill? AOC if my numbers are correct, and we follow these numbers pretty closely, Ashley, what do you think? Can you look up her accounts? I think AOC is the most followed Democrat on all Capitol Hill. A criminal alien was in charge of the largest social media accounts for one of the parties in a two-party system for one of the bodies, Article 1 of the Constitution. A criminal alien was being employed in AOC's office at a high level for years and has had to self-deport. AOC is clearly in violation of the U.S. Criminal Code. Let's read. A legal immigrant who worked for AOC's campaign has moved to Colombia in frustration over the pace of progressive immigration reform in the United States. Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry you had to go home because you just hate it here so much. Because this entire nation didn't get down on its knees and bend to your will. Diego de la Vega said, "It's bittersweet. I hadn't left the country in 23 years, from the age of 7 to the age of 30. Oh, okay. Hey, Diego, how exactly did you as a 7-year-old get into America illegally? Somebody explain that to me? Was Diego a victim of child trafficking? I don't know. I'm asking questions. How does a 7-year-old get, there are 7-year-olds who live on our block. I have a 4-year-old. They're like 7-year-olds who live on our block. Like, they can't go down and buy a pack of gum from the 7-Eleven on the corner. 7-year-olds can't travel 5,000 miles from Colombia to America by themselves. So how'd Diego get into the country in the first place?
In her defense, AOC's all about immigrant rights. Maybe she thought, if I can't fix the system, I'll just hire it. Bold move, Congresswoman. Punchline? She's not breaking the law. She's just giving it a big old bear hug. All right, that's it for today's Punchline Palace. What do you think? Should AOC get a fine or a sitcom? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more news you can laugh at. Until next time, keep chuckling, folks.